powered on. And we're going to be choosing NMES, stands for Neuromuscular Electrical Stimulation. As far as your large muscle or your small muscle, when it comes to this machine, we're going to be setting all the parameters, so it doesn't matter what you choose because we're going to be setting them. But let's say you choose small muscle now. When we do something different, when we do a different body part, it'll hold your parameters for you. So keep in mind what you're picking, so if you wanted to hold the parameters for the next patient case that we do, that's fine. So for the heck of it, let's choose small muscle because we are working with small muscles. But we're going to set everything. There's a button on the right-hand corner. It says Custom. Choose Custom. And now we're going to run through all of the different things that we can change on this. Are you guys ready? The first thing that we can change is the time, and that's total treatment time. Why don't you put in 15 minutes for total treatment time? Then on the left-hand side, hit the button so you go down to your off time. That's when the current is in the off section of your on-off. So we're going to do continuous twitch, so our off time will be 0 seconds. And after you get that to 0, just go a little bit slow before you change. Got it. Okay. Off time is 0.
Are you pregnant or do you have a pacemaker?
Okay, now we're going to hit the left-hand menu again and go to rate is the next thing. That's our pulse rate. Anyone tell me without looking at the board what the pulse rate we want? 4, you say? Yes. Very good, Courtney. 4. So under 10, and then put it at 4, and supposedly a little extra beta endorphin release. So everyone at 4. And it says hertz, but truly we're using a biphasic, so it's really pulses per second, but we'll go with hertz. The next one is your waveform, and your choices are an asymmetrical or a symmetrical waveform. We're going to choose symmetrical, so scroll on the right side until you get to symmetrical. You went too far down. Hit it back up. And
no, it's with it.
It's 2 down. Oh, we went too far down. Got it. Okay. Sorry. Go to width. And this is in microseconds, and it's a small muscle, so 300 to 400 microseconds. U second is microsecond, or US is microsecond. Okay, next one down is waveform. For that one, your choices are AS or asym or sim, like asymmetrical waveform or a symmetrical. We're using a biphasic symmetrical waveform.
Oh, biphasic?
It'll be biphasic. It's already, just because we're using this machine, it's biphasic. It's NMES. Okay, hit your menu button below waveform. The next thing is a cycling, and we are putting this on a SIM, simultaneous. We're gonna have both channels twitching at the same time, so simultaneous. Your choices are one channel only, we're not doing that, or alternating, which means this one would go on and then this one and back and forth, channel 1, channel 2. Or lag, and we're not going to use a lag. So as long as it's on SIM, simultaneous, and then hit your menu button, you get to lag. Just put lag at 0. I'll explain what lag is. Let's just say we're using, we're trying to strengthen the quadricep, and we want the VMO to come on a second before the vastus lateralis. We can put a lag in there so it allows one channel to come on just a little bit before the second channel, so that if you're doing some kind of muscle re-education. For our purposes, we don't need to use lag. So 0 lag. Channel 1, ramp. Because we're using a continuous twitching, we don't need a ramp. So 0 on that. Channel 1 on time, we're using a continuous. We set our off time to 0. So as long as our channel 1 on time has something there, you're good to go. for the contraction, or the twitch. If channel 1, it says ramp minus, that's ramping down. We're not going to be using ramping down, so 0. Now we're on channel 2, ramp up. We're making that 0 also. Channel 2 on time, just have it match your channel 1 of 10 seconds. Channel 2 ramp minus or ramping down, just set that at 0. And that's the last thing. All right, everyone good? So hit the OK. At this point, it will change screens. Listen up before you start hitting the intensity. You set up that treatment triangle where you can see what's happening at the foot, but you can also see your patient's facial expressions. You tell them you're going to be slowly putting up one channel until they feel a tingling that will eventually become a twitch. Continually asking them if it's comfortable for them. After you get channel 1 twitching, then you'll get channel 2 twitching. So eventually what you should see is just a little wiggle of a toe, and then a little wiggle of a foot, because we've got the dorsiflexor going. Okay, so it'll end up looking a little bit like this. If you're doing it and you stop, remember it's going to lock up on you, and you just have to hit your arrow down to unlock it and then keep going. All right?
And also not to turn up one, well, this is continuous, so yeah, we'll get that.
Okay, so tell your patient you're going to turn it up.
Ready?
Restless legs. Put that a little more lateral.
Oh, I feel it.
Feel it? Is it comfortable?
It's like a tickle.
Okay, so just remember, if you were treating swelling, it would
Yeah.
be like that, right? Okay. And if you were treating pillows, you would just be a little bit reflective.
You want more?
That's all right. Both in my toe.
Which toe do you got, Mike?
You got a pedicure. Alright, so we'll move on to the next channel?
Yeah.
Channel 2.
Anything over here yet?
Oh. You could do one.
Oh, I can feel it up here now.
What's the twitch now?
Your foot.
I can feel it.
Yes.
It's higher.
Hey, Lily.